Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to work on making a fun fabric pouch with you guys, and I want to be able to store my little snippet rolls in them. So I got some fun ruffles that I've wrapped around, just fabric ruffles that I did, and I wrapped it around a wine cork. So stuff like that, things for junk journaling and things like that you can think of, mixed media fun things to throw in, and I just wanted to show you guys how to make a fun little pouch today. So let's get started. So I got tons of coffee dyed, RIT dyed, different things like that of laces and fabrics. Not sure what I'm going to use yet, but I got just some cheesecloth that I've RIT dyed and coffee dyed. So I'm going to put all that to the side. Just some fun little sunflowers, some fabric here to do patches with. So I'm just putting all that to the side for now. Some pretty laces and fun things. You can see, so it's just all a little grunge happening. I love grunge. So who knows what we're going to use. I put it to the side. And then this is my, I showed you guys how to do this fun snippet here with fabric and how to sew it all on. So I'll make sure to put that on the end screen so you guys can come check it out. But I'm thinking of incorporating this in our little pouch. Okay, and let's get started here. Okay, so what I have is just a pair of jeans and a coffee dyed fabric, and this is cotton. So I want this to be on the inside and then the jean to show on the outside. Okay, so what I'm going to start off doing is taking my jean and cutting it a little bit smaller than the cotton fabric. So nothing has to be perfectly measured or anything like that. So just whatever size jeans you have, or any leftover fabric or clothing or anything like that, just get it out, see what you got. Okay, let's go right here. And great places to get jeans and stuff like that is Goodwill. Leftover, like these are my son's jeans that he grew out of. And just, you know, stuff that you haven't wore in years. I have a rule of thumb. If you haven't touched it or wore it in 2 years, get rid of it. Or use it up, you know. So I'm just ripping it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be measured perfect at all. But I will tell you the measurements of what I'm doing here in a minute. So let's see. I'm trying not to shake the camera out too much. Okay. So we got that. I want that to stick out the top a little bit and out of the bottom a little bit, because I just think that would look really cool. Okay, and then we go like this. There we go. Okay, so we don't need the rest of that. And anything that you fray off, like any of these strings or stuff like that, keep it. I make myself a little rat's nest here, and I use it in clusters and all kinds of fun junk journaling things, for sure. So you can see that's a little crooked, but that does not bother me. I love character, you know. I love things to just kind of be natural and see how we can work around it and just kind of blend it into our art. Okay, but if you definitely are a perfectionist, then cut it straight. Get it, you know, make it how you're gonna want it, and where it won't drive you nuts every time you see it. So I'm gonna fray this. I'm just gonna keep pulling because I love that frayed look. I love the grunge look. I love the frayed look. I love just all that kind of stuff. What else can we get here? Hear the rooster today out there. Wants to join us. He's running around somewhere. Okay. Now, excuse me. What I want to do give it a look real quick here. I think I wanted to go this way. So you can see I made it just a little bit bigger all the way around because I wanted the coffee dyed fabric to show through too. And I frayed it, so you just keep pulling the coffee dyed, you know. And this is just cotton. I don't know if I said that. It's cotton fabric and jeans, just some denim. Okay. So we're gonna go like this with it. Here, I could tell you the measurements real quick. So 12 inches for the jean, and I'm guessing about 13 inches, because there's like a ½ inch all the way around, so 13 inches for the cotton fabric by, let's say, 6.5 wide, and then the background is about 7, okay. So yeah, 6.5 and then 7 wide. Okay. And then we're gonna construct a little fun bag here. And this can be a great just mixed media bag to add things to, and just any kind of things that you're using for junk journaling, etc. We can always mess with that later, but I was just kind of seeing how I want it. Like that. Okay, so that's pretty much how I want it to all go, and then that'll be the pouch right here. Okay, so I'm liking it. So now what we're gonna do is some fun handwork on it this way. So I want that to go up like this, and this is gonna be the flap for the top, because I'm just using the hem on the jean. And it was the leg. I used the pant leg. So if you want like a hem on the top already ready to go, just think about that. Okay, so as we're doing this, we'll think about how the bag's going to be constructed like this. So I'm just going to kind of see what I got. I think that would be really cute across there. Even though I got my hem and everything, but I think this would be really cool because you could still see all that when you open it. Or no, that's going to cover it. But you know what? We know it's there. We know it's there. But I think this is really pretty. What do you guys think? So I think that would look nice. I mean, we can even go up here with it. Well, that's an idea, huh? Could go like this with it. Okay. So I just got my little mouse here. Isn't it cute? It's a little patchwork mouse. My mom made me. It's pretty cool. And let's see. So I have different options here. I got some cotton rope that we can sew with. I got some just embroidery floss, which I thought this was a good color. So maybe we'll use this. You could just do a knot or a little anchor, however you want to do it, on the end. I usually just do a slip knot, where you just kind of go through and then just do a circle like that and just make a slip knot. But I think I want it right here, because then we can still see. There we go. Make sure it's the right way. And I'm just going to do some fun stitching. So I'm just popping it up through here. Make sure you guys can see. I can bring the camera down too. And then I just go through my anchor and then just pull it. But you could just do just a knot on the end of it. Okay, let me come down closer. There we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and if you want, you could get your pins out, your needles. just put this into place so it doesn't slide all over on you. Okay, so I'm just going to just do a fun running stitch. You can just go down, up, make sure it's not tangled. So we're just going to tack it down. Like that. There we go. So I'm just going down like right here. And popping it through. Here, then just back up, pulling it through, down, up, pulling it through. So this is just very meditative, where you can just sit and hand stitch. You can sit and watch your favorite programs and just relax, and it takes your blood pressure down and just relaxes you. This is just a great way to just sit and think about things and not really think about what you're doing and just kind of keep going with it, you know. And then by the time you're said and done, you look at it and go, oh yeah, that turned out great. It's just like just finding things to figure out in your brain and just get it all worked out there. And then you're done. So it's a little crooked, but you know what? Like I said, I'm not really going for perfection here. I'm kind of just going for just, you know, to relax and just to hand stitch and just see what you can come up with. And it's just so much fun. Okay. And it all turns out great. Let's make sure I did that. I'm just tying it into a knot. There we go. And then remember, nothing on is going to show because we're going to cover all this up with the inside. So that's why we're stitching in first, wherever we want to put stuff, so our stitches won't show. Okay. So I think that's really cute. Okay. Now we just look through and see what we have here. Well, I know I want to make, so that's how I want it. I can even go up a little bit more. I kind of like how it's crooked. Should we cut it a little bit though? Let's see. We can go like this. Maybe make it not so crooked. Give it a little more character here. I'm getting it too. Once you start messing with stuff though, that's why I kind of like to go organically with everything. Because when you mess with it, it doesn't turn out as good. So I probably shouldn't have messed with it. So let's see. We can always cover this up too with something. This. Okay. There. A little straighter. Now we just fold it up where we want it. Think about here. Then that goes like that. What do you guys think? I think I like that. Okay. So now with this, here, let's go like that, put that. Okay. I can always fray it. I'm gonna make a fun little just pocket. And I'm just gonna do a whip stitch around it. That was a running stitch that we just did. So now I'll show you a whip stitch, which you just find where you want it. Oh, we can pin it too. Probably should pin it. Always get too excited. Just pop a pin right in the middle, just to put it where you want it. Double check, okay? And then we just take our needle, pop it through the top because we're making a pocket, so we're just gonna go down to the other side. I'm just gonna go through my anchor. So it's just a slip knot, and then I just pull it like that. Then it's not going anywhere. Okay, so then we just pop it up on the pocket and then go through the jean. And you can go out as far as you want, like if you want stitches to show. I think that'd look kind of cool, like that. So go through up through your pocket, like that. And then back out through the jean. Go in through the jean. Up through the pocket. Just like that. I'm sure you guys can see here. So you just go up, attach the pocket like that, and then back through the jean. So then you're just making just a little whip stitch here. I think because you're whipping it, like a whip, whip, whip. I think that's why it's called that. I don't know. I don't know. So I hope your guys' weather is doing pretty good. I wonder if you guys have snow. I'd love to hear if you guys have some snow, and if you guys, you know, had a snowy Christmas. I'm in Oregon here, and it was supposed to snow, but it didn't. So you never know, it's a hit and miss here. We're in the valley, and some years we get a white Christmas, and some years we don't. And we were kind of hoping for it, but you know, I love it because it's only, usually when it snows here, it will snow and just stick for like a day or two, and then it goes away. Because I don't know if you've seen my channel, but I was raised in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, and snow, when it's around for 9 months of the year, you're just like waiting for it to go away. But it was always nice to have a white Christmas and stuff, you know. Definitely, a white Christmas is always great. So yeah, comment down below. I'd love to hear if you guys, you know, had a white Christmas and all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, we've been rainy. We were cold for a little bit, and then it's starting to warm up. What is that? The El Nino, I think we got coming. So I guess that's nice. I mean, it's better than being freezing. Okay. So I'm just doing that all the way around, as you guys can see. So I'm just catching it. And then I'm going to tie this off because it's getting too short. So you can just go like that, and then just knot it off. But yeah, we've been enjoying our sunny day today. It's kind of nice. I mean, we got sun popping in and out right now, but then we got the clouds in the distance. But you know those days where it'll just be like cloudy and you got some sprinkles, and then the sun will just, when it comes out, it's just so intense. So it's been sun and, you know, rain, and the animals love it because I got my cat and my dog. Rudy and Patty, and they love it when the sun peeks in the living room. They both fight for the best spot in the house with the sun. It's pretty funny. And then they just wind up laying by each other. We adopted her a couple years ago, and she's an older kitty. Patty, that's the kitty. And she was never around any other animals. Like, it was just usually her, and you know, she came from not that good of a home, and she was 9 years old when we got her. And Rudy, he's just the friendliest puppy dog in the world. Whoops, I forgot to put not. I'm talking. He's just the cutest little guy. He's a little terrier, and he just wants to be best friends with everybody. And then she came in and just did nothing to do with him. So at first they were just like, oh my goodness. And we had a dog door for him, and she loved it. She's just like the one of those cats that loves to go in and out, in and out, in and out. And she would sit outside the dog door, and she never actually attacked him. She didn't do anything like that. She loved messing with him. Like, and he's such a scaredy cat. So he'd go running out to go to the bathroom, and she'd be right there just to get him. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So we had to wind up putting another dog door on the back door and one on the front door. So then when she was at the front, he'd get smart enough, see her out there, and just go running around and go to the other door. It was pretty funny. And she was like, darn it. So she kind of gave up on that. Wow, guys. I'm just talking away and making knots here. So let's see. It's because this other little piece of string got caught in there. There we go. Maybe I shouldn't talk. Are you guys okay with me babbling on? Let me know in the comments. I can do a silent video too. But I'm showing you guys in real time here. I mean, this is, you know, what happens. This is real life. So, yeah, now it's funny. They'll lay by each other. I have a huge, like, big dog bed for him, and I came out one day and he was laying, and she was laying on the edge of it with him. And I'm like, ooh, that took about almost 2 years for that to happen. So now they're a lot better. But she loves it here. She does. She's so funny. But yeah, she definitely was timid when she first came. And next door, our neighbors would go over and just hang out, you know, and watch football and stuff. And I'd take Rudy over, and they have a farm. They have a whole big farm over there, and they had a cat. He has a little black cat that is in his shop with them. And Rudy has known that little kitty since it was a kitten, and they've played. They've always wrestled around and played and things like that. So he was used to cats, and then when she came along, he's like, "Oh, I get to wrestle," and nope, that was not happening. So at least now they get along. I mean, they don't really wrestle around or anything, but she at least tolerates them. She's like, I allow you to be in the house. But it was a little bit of work to get that to happen. So I'd love to hear, I mean, if you guys have any animals that, you know, do that didn't get along at first, or that just all of a sudden go running through the house and just like, what are you guys doing? It's pretty funny. But they keep you on your toes, don't they? So you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just kind of going around town and making a pocket. So this is a great thing to do if you're, you know, watching TV and favorite program, or sitting and chit-chatting with your friends like I am, and just seeing what you can get done here. So we're almost to the top. And I think it looks really cool when you don't do it like perfect, you know, like you have some sticking out longer than the others, and you know, like we could pop this one out a little further, and it just gives it a lot more character. Okay. There we go. And the top. So we got ourselves a pocket here. So I just go through and then just pop it through. And then if you think you didn't get a knot, do it again. Oops. I mean, it's not going to come undone, but I always do too much here. I would just hate to get all this done and then have it undo. Okay. And there we go. So let's see. So we got ourselves a little pocket right there in the front. Is that fun? I like it. Okay. So we go like this, and then that'll pop down like that. That is just so much fun, you guys. Okay, so we got that far. Now, if you want, you could just do kind of the same concept with, you know, taking some of your fabric here and just seeing how it's gonna lay. You can come back here and do the little patchwork and just do the same concept with the whip stitch around. Let's see. So I might use the cotton rope here. I don't know, I might need a bigger needle eye to get the rope through, but you can use different kinds of stuff if you think about it. You know, you can take twine and unravel that a little bit and use some of that to stitch around, and I mean, if you want, you could take little bits of fabric and stitch around with that and stuff. So now here what we could do is kind of a cluster. So we could take some of the cheesecloth, put that down, pop that behind it, like that. You could take some of this, go like this with it. So I mean, you can just kind of do some clusters and build it up. That. I kind of like that. Let's just go with that. Now, if you want, you can take your pins and just pin it into place. Just make sure it's out of the way. Okay. And we're just going to do that all the way around again. So I just take it like that and then just pop it up like that. Okay, so you just make it like a slip knot. And then I just bring it up, go through, and then when I go through, I just catch my circle like that, pull it all the way through, and then I just pull my long tail and go like that. And then it just pops it together, so it's not going anywhere. I don't need to do it that tight, but it's not going to go anywhere. Alright, so we'll go up through the patch, and then just, you can pop this out as far as you want, because it's kind of fun to have the threads out far, you know, and you can go in a little bit, and then the next one, you go out a little further. And then just catch the lace there. And then just don't pull too hard, because then you'll, you know, do that, it'll crease up. So just make sure you're doing it loose here. Pop that through. And then we can go through the hole. I think that would be fun. And then just pop it through there. Just kind of play around. I mean, you can just go back up through the hole. Just like that. Go like this. Pop that down. Go back up through the hole. Come out the other side. And go down like that. So, I mean, you could just look and see. Oop. Like that. I think that turned out fun, so we could do that. You can even take your cotton rope and dye it in coffee, let it dry, and then use that to sew with. I've done that before, and that turns out really fun. Oops, I don't want to get wrapped around that. So, just look around, see what you got. Use it up. That's the point of this, is just to use up some fun things that you have around you and incorporate it to make something fun to, you know, add your junk journaling stuff to. And if you made this a smaller version of it too, you can add it to your junk journal as a little pocket. You know, like this would be a great cover on the front of a junk journal cover, and then you can have it so there's a little flip pocket on the front. I mean, just different things like that. These are just great. I might run out of thread here. See if I can go down one more time. You can also just tie a knot too. Like this. Just tie a knot in it. There we go. Not going nowhere. And I'm just kind of cutting them fairly short so they're not all bulky, you know, coming through the other fabric or anything like that. But okay. Excuse me. Let's see. So I'm just taking my rope and going like this, splitting it, popping that down. You guys, that's my washer going off. Playing music for me. I am multitasking today, which is always good, right? But there we go. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing with a couple more patches around, and I'll do that in a time lapse, and then we'll come back and talk about it, and then we'll put the inside together. And I'm debating, I think I want to use the machine to sew the lining on the inside of it. Use my sewing machine. And if you guys do not want to use your sewing machine, I will show you how to do it without. Like, I'll do a quick, you know, overview on showing you how you would do that without a sewing machine. Okay, so I'm just tying a knot, doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be back. I think that turned out really cool though. Look at that. How fun is that? So there we go. Alright, I think that turned out really cool. So what I did is, I'm going to finish this part off while I talk to you guys, but what I did is I took 2 pieces here, put a little bit of lace underneath it, and then I took my threads, which these blue ones are from the jean, and so are the other ones, the light blue, are from the jean. So I stuck the threads underneath, and there we go. And I just went ahead and just did stitching all the way around. And I think this turned out really cool. So that's another way to do it, is to do like a double patch like this. Just one on top of each other. And take some lace or some thread and incorporate that down on the bottom of it or underneath it. And it really does. It just like brings it to life, doesn't it? It just makes it pop. And it just gives it like a more texture. I just love it. Okay, so there we go. Let's finish that off. Okay. And I will show you guys. I gotta put the button on. I'm gonna incorporate a button for the closure. Plus, here, let's see. So let's get this where we want it. So it's gonna go like this. Like that. And like that. Okay. And I got myself a big black button. And I'm gonna put it right on top of this flower, right in the middle. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys my fun little closure here. And if you guys want to learn how to make this closure, isn't that fun? I put keys and then the beads on the end of it, like that. And then you can see. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to learn how to make this closure, and I will do a video for you guys. Super fun. And it comes in great you can attach your junk journals with it and have it as a closure for your junk journals. You can do it for the little pouches. You can just wrap it around gifts and stuff. I mean, it comes in really handy. But if I get enough comments down below, I will definitely show you guys how to make this. So please comment down below. And I will do that for you guys. I would love to show you how to make this closure. Okay, so we got that. And the thing is, if we're putting our button down first before we add our inside fabric, because then we can hide the thread. So just put it, I'm gonna put this down too. So that's gonna go like this on top of it. And then our button like that. Okay, and we're just making sure we sew through the closure here. So we're just popping it through. I think I'm going to do an X like this. Let me pop it through there. And then back through here. Was that fun? Okay. And I'm just going to do it one more time through each. Just doing an X. got it. So you just pop that, and then we're gonna go through one more time. So we're gonna pop it down through, just like that. Go up, and just do a knot. Okay, and then we're gonna cut that part, and there we go. Go like this with it, like that. Pop it down, and then this just wraps around it, and then you just close it like that. Isn't that cute? Okay. So now let's do the inside. So we're going to lay down our inside here. Okay. I think I'm going to go this way with it. Like that. There we go. And then lay down the outside on top of it. Okay. That. And then we're going to, you know what? I'm just going to pin it to the top here because this is where I want it all sticking out. So line it up exactly how you want the fabric to stick out on the bottom. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to pin it into place here so it doesn't move on me. It's gonna go. Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. And then we can pin it. I mean, you can make it so this has a pocket too, if you want. This could be a pocket, and you got a pouch in here, and you got a pocket here. So you could do that, but before you pin it, if you don't want this to be open, you could take it and pop a stitch all the way across. Here, I'll show you. So let's do that real quick. So say we don't want a pocket there. But if you want a pocket, just leave it open, but if you don't, just go like this. We'll start up under here. And then we're just gonna go straight across. Okay. And then you can just go right here. Just don't pull too tight. And then just do that all the way across, just like that, just to close it off. And I think that'll look really cool. So there we go. So I just went all the way to the end here just to sew these two together like that. Okay. Now you could stay with the same stitch and just pop it up here. If you want, keep your pouches to get, keep it together because you want to go through both sides. And you're just gonna do the same thing and just keep going all the way down, and then go to here and then cut your stitch, tie it off here, and then do the same thing here and just pop it all the way down, and then that'll make you a pocket. Then you can just go up here. I would turn it this way so you could see. And you already got your stitches here, and then you just do the same thing and just attach it all the way around. Or you could do a whip stitch, which I don't know. I don't know if I'd suggest that because then you're losing your side here. So like if you went this way with it and then popped it up through here and then did that, it would tuck it in. So I suggest to sew it like that. Okay? Now, if you want to go to the sewing machine, which I don't know. I'm kind of liking the look of this. But if you wanted to go do the sewing machine, it would be the same thing. You know, I would just turn it this way so you could see the smaller fabric. And maybe start down here, back stitch, and then just sew all the way up. You know, move these out of the way. Move this out of the way. And then just sew and attach everything together, just like that. So, and then there you go. And then you have your pouch all together. But I think I'm just going to continue and do this look. I like that look. And I'm just going to do that all the way down here, tie it off, come here, tie it off, and then go up around here and sew it together. So I will go ahead and do that in a time lapse, and then I will come back and we'll look at it. All right, so I think this turned out really fun. I went ahead and added some beads to it. I did some beads hanging off the little ends here. And I added one of my wax seal trinkets. It is on a, I show you guys how to do this on a wine cork. So if you want to see that video, I'll make sure to put it on the end screen. But they're really fun to hang off of junk journals and, you know, little bags like this and fun little things like that. But I was also thinking as I was doing this, I really like that this could be a junk journal fabric pouch. So I think this turned out really cool like that. You can see all the patches and the closure, but look what you could do. I was thinking, what if we did something like this and had a cute little like junk journal go inside the pouch? Like this could be a junk journal holder, little pouch. So I did this with you guys with my, it's my flannel and jean junk journal, and I show you guys how to make these little booklets and stuff, and I have a whole playlist on how to make it, and I'll put that on the end screen. You guys come check it out. It's really fun. So I'll make sure to put that there for you guys. But I had this left over, and I was thinking if I put little signature or something in it, it could be a little booklet. And how fun is that? We could just put it in here, and it could be a journal holder. So you could put your journals in here, just like that. And I'm really liking how this wraps around. You can wrap it around like this, like that, and then you can just bring it over to the front and go like that with it. You can even, you know, make it a little longer and it can hang down longer, but I think that turned out really cool. Just like that. So there we go. And if you want, you know, it could be a little pouch to add your little ruffles to, and little snippet rolls and stuff like that inside. And you got your front little pocket here too that we can put stuff in. So you can put like little journaling cards and different things like that in the front. So I hope you guys found this informational. And if you could, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.